Welcome to our Name Bike project. Today we are going to be drawing a bicycle that also has our name in cursive as the base of our bicycle. So here you can see it says Hawk, very abstractly, but it still says Hawk, and I want you to try the same. Let's get started. Your objective today is to design or redesign objects that meet the identified needs of the user. Objective creating 2.3. You will need a white paper, thin and thick Sharpies, color pencils, and something circular. Full disclosure, I did not make up this project, but here you can see some examples that other students have created. Let's get started. I am using a can for it. So I'm going to use the can and I'm going to trace a circle. Then I'm going to trace a circle on the other edge of the paper. You want the circles not to be too small, so as you can see, my circle is about 4 finger spaces. If you don't have something circular, you can use a paper clip. You can also just try to draw a circle the best you can. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but if you could find something circular, that's best. Alright, I'm going to draw a little dot in the middle of each of my circles. This is for the axle of the bike. Now I'm going to draw a line that goes up. This is kind of at an angle going towards the center of the paper, just a slight angle, not a very strict one. Your handlebars can be a variety of ways. They can go curve up and back, they can curve over and in. It's your choice. As you've noticed, I didn't put my name on my paper yet. That is because I'm going to practice doing my bicycle 2 times. I'm going to practice drawing the name 2 times, and then you can choose which one you like best. So I'm going to draw little handlebars that go up and around. Meh, I didn't really like the way it looked. Looking back, now I kind of like it, but I'm going to try a new way. So I'm going to go up and over to the right. Okay. And you want to draw the grip of the handlebars. There we go. Now you draw your name. You want to do this stylistically and in cursive. It has to be in cursive so that the letters connect. So I'm going to draw my H as for the bike seat. So it's going to be a really big H. So you can see my H kind of goes up and over, and then I'm going to draw the bike seat on there. I'm going to draw a double line for that first front part of the bike. So there's my H. And I'm going to make it go up and over, and I'm going to sit my little bike seat right on top. Bike seats are kind of like sideways triangles that are have softer edges, kind of like an isosceles triangle. So it's flatter on one side, curved at the front, it goes up, and then curved at the back. Right now I am adding my letters. I'm lightly sketching. Remember, we always draw it light until we get it right. So there we go. We have my name, H-A-A-C-K, right there going across. You have to make your letters into a shape. So they're not just pencil lines, but that you make a thick part of the letter so that you can color it in for part of the bicycle. Next, I'm drawing the bike seat. Remember, it's kind of like a triangle in a way, or maybe even like a lantern dish. Um, I don't really know how to explain it, but you can draw it just like a kind of an isosceles triangle, or you can draw it, you can look up a bike seat and see if that works better for you. Here I'm going to draw the second type of bike. So as you can see, I flipped my paper over and I'm going to trace my can again. I'm doing the same thing I did on the last one. I did a dot right there in the middle. I'm going to go up at a slight angle from my tire, and then I'm going to add my handlebars. You should be working on yours while I am working on mine. So that means that if you are sketching out your name right now, that's great. If you are reworking the way it looks or making your letters thicker so you can color them in, that's perfect. But I just wanted to show you that I tried it twice to see which way I liked better. So I'm adding my handlebars now. I'm going to try to figure out another way to do my H. So instead of my H going up to the seat, this time I'm going to do it kind of in the front as a little bump, and then I'm going to do my letters, and my K is going to be where my bike seat goes. All right, now I'm going in and I'm making sure that my whole bike is going to have space for me to color in. So go ahead and do the same if you aren't already. Make sure you have a spot to fit in your bike seat on your picture. So I'm adding my bike seat on top of my K this time to see which way I like it better. As you can see, it kind of looks like a little bowl or a dish shape, but it's a little wider on the back side than it is on the front. All right, here is my one, and here is my other. I'm going to look at them and pick which one I like best. I'm going to choose this first one that I created. All right, now I want you to take your thick Sharpie and you're going to go around the circle lines that you created for the wheels. Right now I'm just going around that line, but I'm going to actually go back in and make it thicker so that it looks like a nice thick tire. It doesn't have to be super thick, but if it is a street bike, it would have thin tires. If you want to make them bigger tires, that's fine with me too. I'm going to not just do a simple skinny line though. I want to go back in and make sure that my line becomes a little thicker. Don't cross over where your line hits the handlebars, that line where your bike starts. So make sure you don't cross over your writing. So I'm going in and I'm going around those circles. Then I'm going to take my skinny Sharpie, so you will need your skinny Sharpie for this, or a black ballpoint pen if you have that. And I'm going to go over all my lines that I have created with my skinny Sharpie. I added little strings on the handlebars just for fun and extra detail. Then I want you to make sure that, then I want you to grab something straight. I just grabbed Post-its. You might have Post-its. You could have maybe a pencil that you could use as a straight line, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a Post-it, and I'm going to make my designs for my tires. So you can just go all the way around, rotate it around that center of the circle. I'm going to draw kind of two parallel lines first, and two parallel lines going perpendicular or crossing over, and then I am going to fill in this space. So I'm doing kind of a little different than what might normally look, but some bicycles do have these double lines in their spokes, so you can choose the way you want to do it inside yours. Alright, it's time to erase those pencil marks so that you have a nice clean drawing for when you start to color. For the rest of this video, you get to choose how you want to color and design your bike. I'm going to color my bike a single color, kind of a teal color, and I'm going to add some color to my seat and to the streamers and to the handlebars that all kind of go together. So I want you to do the same, color in your bicycle, and if you have time in class today, you can also add a lightly colored background. You can see mine at the end. I did a little rainbow and grass and some flowers. I also added a basket onto my bicycle as well. You get to choose what you want to do. Go ahead and try to finish at least the bike with your name on it by the end of class. If you get to the background, great. If you don't have time, don't worry about it. You can always finish later. But I do want you to please color in the bicycle and add any details that you want on your bike before the end of class. I hope you had fun with this project. I wanted to make it so that you could have something fun and unique for yourself that connects with you. I can't wait to see it. Ta-da! All done.